Hey everybody, it's John, Lake Erie Chestnuts. I'm going to get started on a project today. This is for next spring's trees. We just finished, we're almost completely sold out of our bareroot chestnuts for the year. We'll be moving on to selling our seedlings started this year. Those are in the basement right now, and those will be sold in early June. And we're going to be working on getting where we dug our bareroot trees from last year. We dug them this year, sold them. Now we're going to start the process over again. Got started a little late last year. Wanted to get into the ground here before turkey season gets going and before I get busy out at the property tilling the soil and chasing the orchard task that I have. So follow along as I get moving here. First thing we're going to do is get the top off of this. No birds in the nest yet. Got some catnip here. Get a few trees here. We'll move those to another area. And they put a little bit of miracle grow in here just to build the bed up just a little more. We get this weeded as best we can, and then I have, if you can see here in the background, over here I have from the pampas grass, or it's not pampas grass, it's some other version of grass, but I'm going to use that as a weed inhibitor when I plant the seeds here. So we'll weed it, get it all tilled up, and get her planted. This is the Expert Gardener growing mix. It was absolutely terrible indoors, but should do good out here. Just to build up the soil a little bit. You see the cat over here. He's loony because he's rolling in the catnip. He's an addict. Tried to raise him better. Yeah, we'll get a rake. We'll get this ready to seed. These are mixed from the orchard, and we got the bottom two layers are from my Perry tree. I'm gonna cover these up. You know, in the inside I don't cover them up, but here I'm gonna cover them up a little bit. If nothing else, just to protect them if it does freeze, because I'm sure it's gonna be freezing again. Our last frost date historically has been about a month from now. Still some clay in here from the original soil. That gets them used to where they're going to go if they get planted around here, though. Usually give them about a 3-inch buffer at least from the edge to survive through winter temperatures. I've never had a problem with that. I'm sure they could survive if they were closer. I'm not sure, but I feel like that gives them a little buffer. And they seem to do fine surviving winter temps. Yeah, now I'm going to clean off the edges here. Get the dirt so that we can have real good connection between the screen cover and the box. I'm going to put some mulch down, and this bed will be planted. I'm going to say there's, I don't know, let's say 15 nuts per row. We'll just say 12 nuts per row, 7 rows, 84 to 100 seeds here. Well, there you go. We got close to 100 seeds in the ground. Took maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We got them all protected. Maybe a mouse could be industrious, chew through the wood, but it's treated wood here, and there's a little opening back there. But really, I think we can protect the nuts way better than I used to. We'll see how it all works out. We'll move over to the other box and get those planted. Cherry blossoms blooming here in the background. I'll tip this up. This is deeper soil than I had in the other area. Shredded my gloves, but really I'm caring about my fingernails right now. Trying to pretty deep roots. Again, these crazy acorns are so long on these English white oaks. They're amazing. There's from last year's. That tree's gone, been sold. Here's this year's. Now I don't know about having to rotate crops or anything like that, but you know, I'll probably rotate between here. After this year I'll probably go to just a vegetable garden for a year and then rotate where I plant my nuts. It's threatening to rain here. Well, it's starting to rain. Don't want to get the camera wet. It is getting wet. I'm going to finish planting these. And get the camera put up. Brief little rain spell. I got them all planted. Hurriedly threw the straw down here and got the top on. Got some cherry blossoms here. Kind of a weak tree here, but it's always produced. This guy's dying. I may have to do some grafting here. I got some sprouts coming up from the rootstock. Flowering pear. Well, got some English white oaks and some chestnuts in the ground. It'll work, that'll pay off next spring to fortify my own place and sell a few and spread the oak and chestnut love. If I could describe this, I'd describe humid, warm, very plant-like smell. These trees looking glowing through the light there. Doing very well in all of the types of planters, which just shows that they do well in any of them. I actually like the bottom watering little tray that I set up here for the containers. They got to be getting close to root bound, but hopefully the weather will turn here in the next week or two and I'll get them upsized and sold. Look at this jungle we got going here. We got tomatoes blooming. See the blossoms? I'm actually going to try to produce a tomato down here. Marigolds, persimmons, beautiful cilantro, zinnias blossoming. We got 3 pinks. What are the chances the first 3 that bloomed were pink? Maybe that's just a variety that blooms sooner. Looks like this one's going to be a different color though. Maybe a orange or a red. More tomatoes. Snapdragons. More chestnuts back there. Look back under there, under the blurples. Well, the blurple white combo. The oaks are looking great. Now, over here, where you see the second flush, you see how they look more spindly? That's a second flush coming up on those. Those were planted after this section over here. So those have already done their second flush and sprouted, most of them. These are all doing their second flush, except for this guy that got a little crazy. He went nuts a little earlier than the others. Well, just wanted to summarize what we're doing inside and outside on a day where we're not able to get out to the farm. We got chestnuts and English white oak into the soil outside in the nursery beds. Those are awesome soil, 12, 14 inches deep, going to grow great all summer. May try something. I've never fertilized them. I may fertilize them right around July 4th to see if I can get a little last push of growth out of them. And then all of these inside, these will start hardening off over the next couple weeks. They'll be ready to go to new homes in late May, early June, ready to plant in tubes. They'll be all of 20, 24 inches when they're ready to go. So thanks for following us here at Lake Erie Chestnuts. Hopefully your growing plans are going well this spring. Getting ready to start growing the food plots, getting on the old John Deere tractor, working more in the orchard itself. And I love doing that. So hopefully everything's going well with you guys. Thanks for following. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps the channel, motivates me to keep doing this. Remember, if you're not growing, you're dying. Thanks for following us. See you on the next one.